Alright, hey guys, I'm back again for another video. Trying to just, oh, and by the way, I'm recording on my laptop, so it might make these weird like whirring sounds. I don't know why it does that, but anyways, I'm here to talk about Corpsman School and just more details about that in general. Corpsman School, A School is here in San Antonio, Texas. You're going to get to Fort Sam Houston, the greatest command on earth. Not really, but it's not that bad, but it's stupid, kind of. You're here. You're going to be staying in Fralish Hall, which is the barracks that you'll be staying in for the 14 weeks that you are here. Getting your class. You'll be here for about a week for NDOC, taking a urinalysis and all that fun stuff and getting acquainted. There are 3 phases here, phase 1, 2, and 3. Phase 1 is what you'll be in when you get here. Unless you're a fleet returnee, I think you automatically get phase 3. But if you're not a fleet returnee coming straight from boot camp, you have phase 1, which is no civilian, like you can't wear, you can have civilian clothes, but you can't wear them out of the building. So you have to be on base liberty, you can't go off base, and you have to be in your uniform. And your curfew, everyone's curfew throughout the week is 10 o'clock. It's 2200. But if you're phase 1, your weekend curfew is also 2200. Phase 2, you get to go off base, you get to wear civilian clothes, and your weekend curfew is 2400 or balls, 12 o'clock, midnight, whatever. Then phase 3, you have overnight liberty on the weekends. But you also have to have certain GPAs to have those phases and all that stuff, pass your mock PRT, things like that. This is not one of those commands where you can choose to run, bike, swim, whatever for the PRT. Everyone's running. So anyway, so you start class. The first day you're learning BLS, which is CPR. Usually that day or the next you'll be taking a test for it. Then you start into EMT. EMT, you'll be covering about 42 chapters worth of crap in about 6 to 7 weeks. So it's really fast paced. Study for it. When you get here, there's going to be a lot of people telling you what tests were the hardest and what tests blah blah, which is called the Corpsman killer and all this stuff. Don't even listen to it, because honestly the people who feel like they were the hardest were the people who didn't study. If you study and pay attention in class, literally it's all easy. Then you have this thing called Corpsman funds in between, where it's just a couple of days you learn a little bit more things that are pertaining more to Corpsman, because in your class you're going to have Navy, but you're also going to be with Air Force. There will be also they try to have like 28 Air Force in each class, so you'll be in class with Air Force. So Corpsman funds is supposed to, you all be separated for that time to do that. You move on from Corpsman funds, you go to nursing, which is where you and your Air Force will be joined. The thing though is that after EMT, you will do this thing called skills, which is where you're supposed to take what you learned, all the labs that you've done in EMT, and get tested on it. The difference between you and the Air Force is that the Navy doesn't even need EMT. This may be changed by the time you get here, because they were talking about changing it when I was here. But I know that we aren't required to pass it. If we pass or fail, we still move on to nursing. They don't really take it that seriously for us, but for Air Force though, they have to pass it. So while we're in Corpsman funds, the Air Force is taking skills, and they also are taking the national registry for EMT, because they have to be nationally registered. We don't. Actually, we can't even. So even if you pass skills and are eligible to take the registry for EMT, we can't take it until we get to our next command and we pay it out of pocket. So that doesn't even pertain to us, but that's just how it's going to work. So you guys already know ahead of time. Anyway, so after you get out of Corpsman funds, you move on to nursing, which is where you'll be joined with the Air Force from your old class who made it, because some people won't make it. Some of the Air Force will not make it. If they don't pass their skills, they get put on hold. So, or they're in our EMT, they get put on hold. So you'll be rejoined with whoever can finish from your last Air Force class, and anyone who was on in the new Air Force you'll be joined with was anyone who was on hold from their old class and they finally passed, and now they're off both. So you'll be with newer Air Force people. You do nursing, which is about 6 weeks. Not as fast paced as EMT, a lot easier. It's impossible really to fail anything in there. Then you move on to, you do like a nursing lab or whatever, which isn't graded. Then you move on to EAP, which literally is probably the worst thing, because EAP, oh no, back that up. You go into clinicals. The best part of this whole place here, you get to go to a hospital, or hospital. It varies depending on which hospital you go to, depends. And you go there for a week. You'll get assigned to a department. I was assigned to Pediatrics, and it was literally so fun. I loved it. I love kids, so I had a really good time. I took a lot of vitals. You're gonna take a ton of vitals. I did a breathing treatment on a couple of kids. I also did an EKG and watched the ultrasound on this kid's heart. So it was really fun. A couple other people in my class, they had, well, mind you, I had a small class. I had 12 people in my class. A couple went to cardiac cath lab. There was GI. Somebody went to OBGYN. What else? ENT, was it ear, nose, and throat, ENT, whatever. It was a host of things that everyone went to. So anyway, so then you leave out of clinicals, then you go to EAP, which EAP kind of, the week that you finish clinicals, EAP starts, and it leads into the week that you graduate. You graduate on a Monday. Well, sometimes it changes, but we graduate on a Monday. And then, but before you graduate, you take a test for EAP. After you've been in there, you be in EAP for 2 days, take a test on the 3rd day, graduate on a Monday. Then 2 days afterwards, even though you graduate Monday, you still go to school 2 days afterward, because you have to do a lab for EAP. They can't take your caduce away from you, so I mean, you can fail it and be fine, but I mean, don't fail it, because it'll suck. The EAP instructors, I feel like they're trained to just piss you off, because they just like to do a lot of crazy stuff on that last week on purpose. I don't know, to just mess with you. I don't know. So, yeah. So you're going to do that, and then after your 2 days, then you're done. It was definitely a ride. You have to, for EMT, I would say, try to focus. I mean, San Antonio is a cool place, and everything is fun and everything. I would say make friends and do all that jazz. But at least for the first part, the EMT part, just try to study and get out of that. Because nursing is when you can lay back and just kind of chill out for a little bit. But EMT, you don't want to play in EMT. You only can fail so many tests. You can only get rolled back so many times before they just kick you out the program altogether and you end up undead. And nobody wants to put that caduce down and pick up a paintbrush and paint any ships, I'm pretty sure. So, then what happens from there? Okay, so it was around maybe test 4 or 5. They told us what billets we had for orders. Now, you'll have your couple of people in the class, like me and my friend, we were already contracted dental. So it's in our contract that we're going to have a C school for dental. So we knew that. The billets can range from anywhere, place, and then they can also include C schools as well. They have this thing here called total sailor things, where your points from your PRT, whatever you get from, if you have all your room inspections are good, blah, 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 your GPA, all goes into account as far as who gets what orders. And, they have you fill out a dream sheet, put 5 places that you would like to go, or C schools, or whatever you want to do. Then they go and take that, blah, 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 they tell you what the Navy needs, whatever. Then they come back to you with soft orders, saying that this is where you're going for now, but this is what we say you're going for now, but it's still not concrete. You'll get those around tests 4 or 5, maybe 6, I don't know, depends on the class. Then those become hard orders by the time you're in nursing. Can't remember how soon that was, because I'm already dental, so I wasn't really paying attention, but I know my friends, it was probably around nursing when they got their hard orders and they could go online and see them in the computer. Also, those can still change at any time. I have a friend, she started off, she's supposed to go to ortho school, and she then for EAP, it changed to, she was just going to Jacksonville, no C school, she was going to Jacksonville. Then by the end of EAP, they said they didn't know where she was going, and now she's on hold for a while. So what happens is, when you find out where you're going, if you're getting to C school, you're going to go literally right across, like, okay, there's two identical barrack buildings. There's Freilich Hall and there's Jenke Hall. And the only thing in the middle of them is a flagpole. And A school is in Freilich Hall, Jenke has C school. So you literally had to move from Freilich Hall to Jenke. It's really stupid if you ask me, but whatever. In Jenke, when you get to C school, you don't have any curfew throughout the week, no nothing. It's just pretty much easy going. So if you're going to C school, you move there and you just wait for your class to start, which could be anywhere, a few weeks, a few days, doesn't matter. While you're waiting, you'll be in TMD, which is like holding, and you'll just stand or watch during the day sometimes. It might not be every day, it might be every day, who cares. And then after that, you're just off for the whole day. Sorry. It's not bad. I was on it for about a week. It was fine. If you guys are going into boot camp now or whatever, my friend will probably, she makes the watch bill, the one who I told you was going to be on hold for a while. She makes the watch bill for it. She'll probably still be there when y'all get there, because she's not going anywhere for a while. But those of you who are leaving though, if they already gave you your next command of where you're supposed to go, on your orders is going to tell you when you need to report to your next command. From there, they'll say, okay, who wants to take leave when they graduate? Because you have to kind of get that grad leave in early so you can get already approved, so it's already done. So when you move over to TMD, TMD will have your paperwork and you can leave that next day. Most times when you get your orders, they'll only give you 14 days of leave max to take anyway, so your date will be 14 days out from whenever you leave or start leave or whatever. And they'll give you a chance to reroute your ticket. So say you are supposed to be reporting to San Diego, but you want to go home to, I don't know, freaking Virginia first. They'll allow you to reroute your ticket to Virginia, and then you can leave from Virginia to San Diego. You take leave and all that rap duty or whatever you choose to do. There's a lot of, that's about it as far as Corpsman school. I would say if you really want to see school, like I said, just really try to do your best and do good grades, because the higher GPA, better your chance you'll get. Because if you have a high GPA and you want to see school, you're going to get it. Trust me, you're going to get it. And there's tons of C schools you can get. You can get ortho tech, which is orthopedic, not orthodontist, because everybody asks me that, and I'm like, no. Orthopedic, there's x-ray tech, there's pharm tech, pharmacy, behavioral health tech, there's med lab, which is the longest one, but I mean, I don't know, it's about a year. It was like 6 months of school, 7 months of clinicals, or the reverse way around, I don't know. There's surge tech, there is, I don't know, there's like a lot of them. And then there's dental, but you have to be contracted that. It's really fun. And out here in San Antonio, there's a lot to do. There's the river walk, even though you'll get tired of it. Probably like after the second time you go, you'll be tired of it. There's the Alamo. I mean, I guess everybody just wants to see it just because, it's just like a picture type of thing. But it wasn't really that great to me. I almost didn't even know I walked past it until somebody told me I walked past it. There's tons of food here, like tons. Everywhere you go, there's a restaurant, a lot of local restaurants that are great. There's indoor skydiving here. You're not too far away from Austin, Texas, which is where it's at, basically, because that's the college city. There's there's a water park here called Schlitterbahn, And it's a freshwater water park. If you come here, I say please go there. Please go there. It's really fun. What else do they have? There's just a lot of stuff to do here in San Antonio. And if you can't find it in San Antonio, Austin, like I said, is not too far away. Dallas is only 4 hours. I mean, you make some friends here and go on rent a car. Everybody just pitch in, rent a car, and go on a road trip somewhere in Texas. I mean, there's so much to do here in Texas. And that's about it. I don't really know if there's anything else. If y'all want any other questions about anything, I mean, whatever. Yeah. And I know my hair looks like a terrible mess. And you're probably like, how is that in regs? I can get it in regs, you know. So a lot of times people come here and they don't know more things about the hair regs, so they're just coming from boot camp. They're not as strict about it as they are in boot camp, but I mean, you know, I don't know. It's crazy. Navy is different with every command. I've just learned that here. That's definitely what you learn, is that every command is different, and you get a different aspect of the Navy with every command you go to. But anyways, that's about it for now. I've basically been locked in my room all weekend watching Orange is the New Black. I've cried a bunch of tears, and I need to get out of my room, so I need to get some sunlight. So if you have any questions, or you would like me to make a video talking about anything else, you know, about anything, just leave a comment below or email me. I'll put my email down there. Any questions at all about anything. And that's about it. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.